The 80s and 90s were the decade of over-the-top action movies that we dined out on and loved. In 2002, a different style of action hero hit the screen in Jason Bourne. Adapted from the best-selling Robert Ludlum novel, The Bourne Identity. It was a breath of fresh air and a reality check. No one could have known the impact that the amnesic spy would have on the action genre, and we still owe him a debt of gratitude today. Matt Damon stars as the unassuming action hero. Who would have thought that Will Hunting would change the face of action cinema and at the same time propel himself into superstardom? With 3 more Bourne movies Damon stars in and one with Jeremy Renner, is the Bourne franchise a top-tier offering? Let's find out. Our very own bullet taker, Dan on the land, how are you?
Oh, stop it. I'm not ready for a second intro.
You
usually leave me to last so I can listen to what's going on. But yes, it's good to be back. Some crazy big weeks on the land, but here I am today. Had a bit of a mishap today. I was out in the tinny on the Great Lakes of Koroba and Katharaba doing a bit of a role for my boss, and I was trying to take photos of some waypoints for some canoeing students, and managed to throw my phone overboard to the bottom of Lake Katharaba, where it now lives with Davy Jones's locker. So I must say, though, feel pretty good about it. It's quite the serene feeling, because fwits, you mightn't realise, but the majority of our lives, including when the Bourne Identity was released, I didn't have a mobile phone. And I got along just fine. And you know what was even better? No one was taking photos of me doing dumb shit, which I did so much of, and there is absolutely no evidence of to this day. So, yeah, feeling pretty good.
We've got some pretty good photos of you, Dan. We've got some pretty good photos of you, Dan.
But unlike today, when you just can't fuck up because you know someone's going to snap you, I got away with pretty much most of the 90s and the noughties.
I think out of everyone that we know, that you benefited the most from that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I did some. People still come up to me, and it's funny, and I know it's been the passing of Chuck Norris, but Robert Martin Murphy, a friend of the podcast, a few years back, came up to me and he told me a story, and he was like, "Remember that time we were in Ireland and you were at the bar and there was that guy that looked like Chuck Norris, and then you had your balls out and the chick from Ireland said, oh, look at his little balls." And I had no idea what he was talking about, and still to this day have no idea what he's talking about. But he was busying himself, and apparently we had a very good time, and there was a guy that looked like Chuck Norris involved.
Excellent. Coming off the bench again, very, very, very close to his Greek anniversary now. Can't be far away.
It's almost my bar mitzvah.
It is almost your bar mitzvah.
Do you lose your forehead at your bar mitzvah? Is that the go with
they already
the
lost
cats?
If I gets his mouth around it, I'll be happy.
With his little teeth. Oh.
That's the voice of Will the Worky.
Yes, thanks for having me again, Matty. Thanks for having me, Dan.
Oh, mate, my pleasure. He's pretty much he's the fourth member of the triumvirate these days. He's done way more than that Sloane cock from Suffolk Park, hasn't he? The multi.
I think Sloane.
Glasby, nah.
No, well, Will's obviously the most experienced bench sitter in the crew.
When do you graduate from being a workie into like a fully qualified plumber?
Well, he's probably. I think if he can make his Greek anniversary, we'll change his name.
Well, what's Greek anniversary? 18 or 8?
Glad you asked, Dan. I believe graduating from work experience through to some sort of fully fledged role requires a little bit of bunts. You know what I'm saying?
Show us the colour of your conviction. Yeah.
Well, then, what's going to happen is that you're going to be a work experience kid for some time to come.
We're all work experience kids.
Doing it for the love. This is all for the love.
I really do. I do it for these 2 beers a week.
Well, there you go. You got 2 beers payment tonight. We are, of course, Born to Watch, the movie podcast where we don't take the movies or ourselves too seriously unless it is the Snorbs Report, which after last week's Trading Places Snorbs Report, we've all needed just to take a break. Damo's icing his hand.
Yeah, I bet.
After last week. And
It would have, and I say this every time, and he always mugs me off and makes me look stupid, but it would have been difficult for the Bourne Identity. A lot of slender lead roles.
Yes.
One has a particularly large pancake face, which doesn't translate into large snorbs.
No.
I think he would have struggled, our little Fanderpants friend, this week.
I think he would have done it.
Yeah, he would have done
I
it.
think we've got to
He's
remember.
very good.
Franca Potente, German.
Yeah.
She would have some shies of porn somewhere.
There would be some Shaza definitely in her repertoire.
Das ist gut.
Das ist gut.
That is good. Wunderbar.
Okay, gentlemen, overs and unders. Will, we're going to start with you. It's a 2002 movie, 24 years old this year.
Yes.
Now,
24
years old this year,
How
which is
is
incredible
that
to think.
Wow.
And I want to know, I've set the overs and unders of 10.
Yeah.
I want to know how many times you've seen it and when was your first memory of seeing Jason Bourne?
Under 10.
Yes.
I am under 10.
Yeah.
My first memories of seeing it was Saturday, actually, just gone. I hadn't seen it up. He messaged me and said, "Do a Bourne Identity," and I got excited. I was just like, "That's a movie I've been meaning to watch."
I've been meaning to get to that one.
Yeah.
I reckon.
How old were you in 2002?
I was in year 12 at high school.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's this is the kind of, because I remember with the video shop, this was the kind of movie that was massive with the kids.
Yeah.
With that sort of 15 to 20.
Yeah.
They loved the Bourne Identity.
I don't know what
I don't know.
happened.
Yeah.
I was just
Doing other things,
I
mate.
was just doing other stuff.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's the same as Trading Places. Like, I only seen that 5 times.
Yeah, well,
for me, that's like unheard of, especially for a movie that came out in 1983
with as many tits in it as it did.
Well, look, it's been used more than 5 times, but I've seen start to finish 5 times.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Does Jamie Lee Curtis gets her cans out in Trading Places, right?
Oh yeah, Daniel, a couple times, and quality.
She's very attractive.
Yeah,
Told you she was my most confusing.
Yeah.
She was.
I think I'm trying to think of the quote that Damo said, "The greatest sneak attack of tits ever seen in cinema."
That's extremely poetic. Well put.
Yeah.
Like a cruise missile.
Yeah. Well, God, 2 of them. Dan, same question to you. 2002 movie, over and unders of 10. Do you remember seeing it for the first time?
This is a stupid fucking segment, and I refuse to participate anymore.
Okay. I'm going to say you'd be over 10.
I've seen. I enjoyed it back then. I haven't seen it for a long time because you scarred me when you took me to see the next one, and I was hungover as balls, and it was that Paul Greengrass super just absolutely motion sickness the crap out of me after 10,000 beers the nights before. So yeah, I definitely, it was diminishing returns for me, the Bourne series, because they got a bit too funky with their handheld cameras. But I haven't seen this one for a long time, and there were a lot of things I had forgotten, which we'll get into a bit later on. But yes, I reckon I've seen this a few times, but I couldn't tell you anything about when that was.
Yeah. Okay. I'm over 10, like way over 10.
You would be
50-ish.
This would be a good video.
And this is a perfect video shop movie. So the trilogy, and Dan's right. I think that the second one is so different to the first and the third because they have tried that handheld. Oh, look, it's dinner time.
What do we got tonight?
Pokeball.
Pokeballs. I was about to say that.
Pokeballs.
Oh my
Pokeballs.
gosh. Couple of
Thank you.
Salamans up there on the wall. Very good.
Oh, good.
We had an interesting chat, and this won't go into the podcast. We had an interesting chat with Daniel's wife the other night, where she came and took a video of him. He had moved his lounge chair so that he could perv on the neighbour while he was working in the front yard. He's got a crush on. It's a man. It's a bromance. And she says with this video, and I said, "Oh, is Dan?" Actually, I'll do it. I won't do it justice. I'm going to read it. I said, "Oh, is Dan?" Here we go.
Oh, you forgot the.
What's this? Oh, poppy seed?
what?
Oh, is that the sesame
Yeah,
seed?
no, I forgot
crispy
the
shallots. Nice.
crispy
okay.
shallots. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
You
you.
got some
Love
Kewpie
that.
Thank you.
mayo on there as well?
Oh no, that's through the lips to the hips. Will, no way.
Pickled ginger at least, right? You
So-
got
Yeah,
pickled
a bit of
on
ginger.
that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she sends this video, and I write, "Is Grubby working in his front yard?" And she goes, "Yeah, with his shirt off." And I wrote, "Looks like Morgs needs some company." And then she sends, just out of the blue, "Have you ever seen Mooks with his shirt off? I'm still waiting." Right? And then I go, "Yes, I have, unfortunately, but he was in a hospital recovering from a stabbing." Right? And then she laughs and she goes, "Oh, I mean, oh dear." And I go, "I know what you mean." And she goes, I think it's because of the spleen and stabby scar that he doesn't like getting his tits out." My reply, "It's a shame, as he has pretty nice tits." And that was essentially the discussion that went back and forth, and it made me laugh.
Well, I was oblivious, just enjoying a beer and the sunset, not my neighbours.
Of course.
From the lips
Not my
to the
neighbour's
tits,
tats.
mate.
Yeah.
That's fine.
through the lips to the fucking mixing yourself to your neighbour. Okay, so yeah, look, I'm over 10. I'd say let's 50 conservatively with the video shop. Great trilogy
50?
to watch in the video shop. Yeah, well, because it would be something I'd put on in the background in the video shop. I think
You
it's
need
one
to.
though that you.
I think the
Go.
Guinness Book of World Records need to get in touch with our friend in Eleonora, because
I just
you
keep
pretty much
thinking
spent
about when the
your
guy-
entire waking life watching movies.
When this guy here departs this mortal coil and meets
Oh,
this guy,
God, yeah.
It won't be far away.
the life that flashes before his eyes is just going to be one absolute banging reel of movies,
Yeah.
one after the other. The
Yeah.
amount of fucking footage he's watched, it's amazing.
Well, we've got to get through the naked, the porn footage as well, which will be difficult.
I'm still deciding on my spirituality, but I've had this little thought for a long time that when you do pass away, and listen in, fwits, because you get to, this might be a knowledge bomb, might be completely stupid. I like to think that
You're going to edit this out in post, Matt.
you pass away and you pass through to the next stage, and then if there's a whole audience there waiting for what you have to say, and you have to drop a line, and they judge you on what you say. And if the goal is to be the first person ever to say what you said upon passing away, so you have to work on it and come up with a line. But Whitey, I think you should just say your favourite line from your favourite movie, and they'll just all golf clap as you come through.
Yeah, I'll think of something. Look, I'm not as funny. I don't think people find me as funny as I find myself funny.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah,
I think that applies to all.
See,
of
I
us,
think
mate.
Dan is pretty. Dan's pretty funny, and Dan is like a natural performer.
Yeah.
Myself, surprisingly, I'm a bit more introverted than people would believe that I am.
Oh,
And so I think sometimes I can struggle with a bit of the imposter syndrome, where I think Daniel has no imposter syndrome.
zero.
Even though he should.
Yeah.
I'm at the red line of my talent every single day of the week.
Yeah,
Like, this is
you are.
literally as good as I'm ever going to get.
You are
And, I'm
squeezing
milking
the most
Yeah.
out of the orange that you can every day. But yeah, so look, saw it at the movies, loved it,
Yeah.
and it's actually a really good movie, and it did stand the test of time completely. 24 years.
Can
old.
I just say on the back of that? No, you remember I told a story earlier about how I lost my phone. My phone is where I capture my notes. for the film whilst I'm viewing it. So I'm going to have to raw dog this episode. I don't actually have my notes to refer to, but
you're just pure riffing the whole night.
But there was one bit that I did remember that I made a note of, and I pissed myself. It was like, if I was sitting in the servo when Jason Bourne clocked me from behind, what he would have said to Frankie Potenta, right? So this is what he would have said to me. He said, I know the license plates of the 6 vehicles in the car park. I know that the guy at the bar next to the fat guy is 185 pounds and can look after himself. He's a handy pugilist. He's a terrible rooter. He's crazy good on a dirt bike. He's a stylish surfer and surf coach. He's a steezy mountain biker and mountain bike coach. He's a steezy skier and ski coach. He's unbeatable at table tennis. He has an incredible golf and tennis swing, but that doesn't translate into scoring. He hates Marvel movies and obscenely large breasts.
And not only that,
he would have been able to pick that.
So you're the guy sitting next to the fat guy.
I'm sitting next to the fat guy, and he would have picked me.
Yeah. So we're sitting together at the bar.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm sure he would have said the guy with the bolo tie sitting next to the fat guy has got no calves and an incredibly hairy ass crack.
I mean, you're right. He could have added some other physical appearance things, but yeah, I think he would have been able to extract the essence of me just from looking at me from behind.
Oh, well, most of the guys do. Look at you from behind, Daniel.
And even more of them extract any sort of essence out of you, mate. That's for sure.
Oh, my God. All right, let's get back on track. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Bourne Identity. This is from the back of the VHS cover. A new action hero is born. B-O-U-R-N-E. I like it. Get ready for the explosive, action-packed hit with incredible fight sequences starring Academy Award winner Matt Damon. Pulled from the sea with 2 bullets in his back, Jason Bourne discovers he has the skills of a very dangerous man and no memory of his violent past. Racing to unlock the secret of his own identity, he discovers the deadly truth. He's an elite government agent. But to the government, Jason Bourne isn't just their property. He's a malfunctioning $30 million weapon. Lethally trained, built to disappear, he's an agent on the run who has to be taken out. Now, the government's top operative has become its #1 target in a supercharged thriller-minute spectacular loaded with non-stop action.
It's nice. You did good then, Matt.
Pretty good, eh? Pretty good. Thoughts, Daniel? Does that say enough? Too much?
Does. It was a lot of words. Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a change in gears for action movies. I think it's very unique in that respect, that it wasn't bombastic, over the top explosions or him doing supernatural shit that we would normally see from the guy next to you, R.I.P. Chuck Norris, or from Sly or Arnie. It was in all of the action sequences, I think, mostly plausible and a lot of close quarter combat. And I think that whilst it may not be as evident from the blurb, it was certainly made it very unique. And I think that's why it probably did very well at that new video shop in Avalon, but obviously not in the video shop around the corner from Will's house.
You didn't want to know about the video shop down the street from my joint. It was hectic.
Sunny Coast backdoor video shop.
Mate, Narara Valley it was such a heavy little scene.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. All right, let's watch the trailer, see what we think.
He has the skills
Stop right there!
of a dangerous man.
I need to know what went wrong.
I think he snapped.
But he has no memory.
We don't take care of this, we will both burn.
It's trained, conditioned, built to disappear.
I'll give you $10,000 to drive me to Paris.
I get the money, and I don't get hurt.
That's the deal.
Now, the government's top agent
I can't remember anything that happened before 2 weeks ago.
Amnesia?
Yes.
is about to become their #1 target.
What's in Paris?
It's a name, Jason Bourne. Let's see if the Paris police can find him for us.
And the only way he can survive
Talk a lot.
is to find out who he is
I guess you're not home. Monsieur Bourne!
I don't recognize any of this. I don't recognize any of this.
before they find out
Get the address? I think I got it.
Enhance.
where he is.
Get everybody up. I want them all activated. Do it now!
What is it? Something wrong?
We can't stay here. It's not safe.
He's out of control. It's very clear what needs to happen.
Based on the international bestseller
I don't want to know who I am anymore.
from Universal Pictures,
You got to get as far away from me as you can.
What are you gonna do?
Danger
I have everything they put inside me.
is
Everything I ever learned. All of it.
Bourne.
I'm gonna make it stop.
The Bourne Identity.
Always time for a root.
Yes. I mean, the opportunity presents.
Got a question about it in question time.
All
I
right.
thought you might.
Yeah, got a question about it in question time. Look, the sneaky trailer. There's lots of stuff.
I liked it. Good trailer.
Good trailer. I don't think they should have taken the guy through the glass. They should have left that out
Yeah,
because that's a bit of a jump scare.
100%.
Should have left that out. But also, they a bit tricky. They make it seem like he's bugged. So he says, "I don't remember any of this," and then Julia Stiles comes back and says, "I can't remember any of this." Like she's bugging him. And whereas they don't have any fucking idea where he is,
Yeah.
That's a good point.
right?
That's a good little
Which I
touch,
think is, it's a bit sneaky from the trailer makers there.
There was definitely a
Critical-
couple of scenes that didn't feature in the film as well that were in the trailer, but that's quite common.
Common, very common.
Hmm.
Critical
Excellent.
thinking. IMDb rates The Bourne Identity 7.8 out of 10.
Ah,
Solid.
Certified fresh, 84% on the tomato meter and a 93% popcorn meter.
Yeah, it's up there, eh?
0% on the cryometer.
yeah,
There's
no
no
tears.
tears shed.
No.
No tears shed here. So IMDb equals 7.8 movies that we have reviewed of that rating. Tombstone, Ghostbusters,
Wow.
Predator,
Yep.
Ferris Bueller's,
Wow.
Remember the Titans,
Yep.
The Batman, The
Gay.
Breakfast Club,
Yep.
Willy Wonka, The Fugitive, Misery,
Shit.
Shaun of the Dead, Rogue One, and Back to the Future 2.
It's in that esteemed company.
Good company. Good company. There's some absolute belters in that. Now, Rotten Tomatoes, 84%. 7. The Shining. Warrior. Rogue One. A Few Good Men. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Jerry Maguire. And There's Something About Mary.
Mate, they're all big movies.
They're all good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Except like I know Morgs is going to go to the Batman, but the rest of them are older movies too.
yeah. Yep.
But they're all very well known movies. Like,
Absolutely.
you rattle off any of those titles, people know the movie you're talking about.
Do you know what's funny is that they when I look at that there's not many movies with a 2 in front of them, like in terms of when they were made. Like there's
Yeah.
Remember the Titans, the Batman, the Rogue One, and that's it.
Mm.
The rest of them are like 1970s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Penguin TV show?
Yeah, it was really good.
Apparently it's really good. Yeah. I don't know that I can bring myself to watch it, but apparently it's very good.
No, so Dan, and this is interesting, right? Because Colin Farrell plays the Penguin, and he's made up to be the Penguin. Big, heavy. You cannot recognize that it's Colin Farrell, and he's fucking amazing at it. He was great in the movie, The Batman. It sort of feels like The Sopranos.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that sort of.
High praise.
It's that crime sort of drama, gritty. It's good. It's good. It's really good, The Penguin. Yeah, it's worth a watch.
Funny,
Okay,
hey?
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You can take something that's so campy in its origins and then just steer it in so many different directions.
That's so true. So true. I mean, it's not Adam West going kapow.
It doesn't even remotely resemble its origins.
It's
Batman.
crazy, hey?
But we're talking Batman from what we've known on TV. Obviously, the comics took a massive dark turn, which is where a lot of this stuff is coming from. But yeah, it's better for it.
Yeah.
It's better for it, I think.
Yeah.
Couple of reviews, and we'll start with a bad one. Rex Reed of The Observer.
Cool
film, it is a good name. A film that at its best, a film is at best, fucking hell. A film that is at best misguided, at worst stubbornly flashy, garbled, and ready to file in the drawer labeled instantly forgettable.
Wow. It's a bit scathing.
That's some of the bad reviews I can understand.
Yeah.
I can sort of get. I don't get this one.
I just don't think he likes Matt Damon.
He may not. Maybe Matt Damon rooted his wife.
Probably a high chance.
Big chance he would. Him and Affleck, him and his old side dick, would have cut a swathe through Hollywood after Good Will Hunting.
I reckon my
Do you reckon Damon did as much rooting? I don't know.
I reckon Damon. He was the Jason Bourne of rooting. He was understated. He was. I think.
Assassin.
Yeah, he was just he was lethal. I reckon.
Who do you reckon is the Gow of rooting in Hollywood? Like, pulled all the hot ones, but was a bit shit at it when they got him nude.
Just yeah, but just for a light, he's more like Gow. From what I'm picking up from what you know about the man, is that he's just a very, very stable session drummer in the industry. You know what I mean? He's a professional.
His backbeat he could be a
He's
metronome.
Ringo.
Yeah,
he's Ringo.
A very deep pocket.
He's Ringo.
Yeah. He will not throw any flair in.
He's not Tommy Lee.
He's just from top to bottom.
Yeah.
You know that he's just going to be solid the whole way down and just drive that beat.
I think that's fair.
I think Gow. I reckon Don Johnson is Gow. I reckon Don Johnson would have pulled a million birds, and I'm not sure. I think Don Johnson was all about Don Johnson.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that Don was like, you know what? There's no mut to mouth here. I'm looking after Don, and I'm not saying Gow doesn't do that because he's just looking out for Gow.
And that's the conundrum, and it's really the dichotomy of Gow, because he's not selfish by nature. I just feel that like he likes what he likes, and that is up tempo missionary, and that's his go.
It's interesting because Gow, like if there's a seafood hot pot, Gow's devouring it. Right?
That's interesting. That's interesting.
If there's oysters, if there's shellfish, Gow's into it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Whereas you can't even keep him out.
Yeah.
And he's like licking his fingers.
Yeah.
He's got his little teeth out.
Yeah.
He's got bits of shell and shit all in the gap in his front tooth, and he's licking his fingers.
We'll hit a bisque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate,
but next day's pilchard. No way. Not going anywhere near it.
Not doing it.
A good review. Eric Harrison of the Houston Chronicle. The Bourne Identity shouldn't be half as entertaining as it is, but director Doug Liman and his colleagues have managed to pack it with enough action to satisfy the boom band crowd without a huge sacrifice of character and mood.
Yeah, nice.
Do you think that this suffered from being so different?
Yes,
to what people were used to.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a couple things that I talk about in my good. I'll say it now because in the embassy, he throws a guy down the stairs, runs down, gets his walkie-talkie, then goes around the corner and takes the map off the wall because, of course, you don't fucking know where you're going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of like really actual on point, real scenario stuff that he does.
Yeah.
It's a lot like how people bang on about John Wick, who did a whole, old mate did a whole bunch of training to sort of look very natural.
Authentic.
A
lot of weapons training.
Yeah. And Matt Damon also did a lot of training and also referred to a whole lot of actual people in the industry to appear as though he was clinically perfect with his preparation.
Yes.
It's a funny I think this is why it's a very interesting movie, is because there's a guy that has like amnesia. He's got no idea, but he's running on muscle memory. And this is all happening before he even knows who he is.
Yes.
He's just reacting to situations.
It's scary.
Yeah.
So, and he even makes the comment that I don't know what my name is, but I know, and that's when he does the bar thing. I know that I can run 800 meters before I get puffed. I know all these things about myself, but I don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And I think that muscle memory thing, because when he grabs the nightstick in the park and he's as shocked as what they are, and then he kicks their ass in 4 seconds.
Yes. But he drops his big old warm jacket. I don't understand it.
Yeah. You need that jacket even though it looked terrible.
Well, sub-zero temperatures, mate. He's hanging out in bloody wherever he was. Paris at the time, or friggin' Zurich, wherever he was.
Okay. It was cold. Sleeping in that park, he must have been freezing.
Oh, I reckon.
Freezing. Okay, well done, gents. I don't even know what we've got next. What is it? I think it's whatever we call it, ordinary people. It's ordinary people, and obviously because Gow's not here, I've got to keep rolling on.
Oh, thanks. At least it'll be a third the time.
I just want to touch on. I just want to touch on the director before we start, because we don't really talk about directors much here, and I think we should talk about them a little bit more.
Dougie Liman.
Dougie Liman, right? He's interesting to say.
Yeah, not a long way into his Hollywood career too. This is like film number 3 or 4. Like
yeah. So obviously he directed Swingers.
Yeah,
which is a cracker.
Your money, baby. You're so money.
Which is really funny. Directed Go, which I think is an underrated film.
I revisit Go often, and I really enjoy it. It's super dated now, but especially with the casting, it was like a snapshot of what was going on Hollywood-wise from the TV world as well.
Yeah,
but I really enjoy it. I think it's a really good flick, but super dated, much like this one, super dated.
But in Go, we get introduced to Timothy Olyphant, who becomes the superstar.
He's a badass. Yeah, it goes on to Justified, one of my favorite TV shows.
Absolutely. So his fourth movie is Bourne Identity, but he did TV series. He did episodes of The OC. He directed Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh wow! Yeah,
which is good fun.
Yeah.
He's a real action director. So like you've got Jumper, which is awful. Fair Game, which is not good. Edge of Tomorrow.
Excellent.
So, which is brilliant. So
he did the recent Roadhouse too, which I didn't like at all. But apparently there was a lot of creative struggle on that one as well. But yeah, that it definitely skews towards, which is strange coming from Swingers, which is very character driven, very time, place, LA, going into something as big and bombastic as the Bourne Identity is. Wouldn't say a natural trajectory. However, I really enjoyed some of those films you mentioned.
Yeah, I think he's good. Obviously, one of Gow's favourites that he's done is what was it? I forget now. What's the one that Gow talks about all the fucking time?
Big Wednesday.
No, not that one. Not that one. Hang on, I'm gonna edit this because it's Gow loves it, and it's probably terrible because Gow loves it. Hang on. Bear with. Oh, American Made with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
So he directed America, and that's not bad. It's okay. Gao really loves it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It probably doesn't deserve the lick outs that Gao gives it, but it's not bad. It's definitely watchable. Okay, Matt Damon, the star, Jason Bourne, and he's already won the Academy Award for Good Will Hunting. He's starting to really. I think this is the movie that creates Matt Damon. Right, he becomes, and I think it's like when people. I reckon that when, and I don't know this for sure, but I reckon that when he was cast as Jason Bourne, people would have been like, "Really, Matt Damon?"
Yeah,
I agree. No, I don't think you're wrong.
And I think it would have been a bit like when Michael Keaton was cast as the Batman, where people were like, in the '89 Batman, people were like, Michael Keaton, he's a comedian, and he crushed that. And I think this would have been very similar, but I think obviously he committed to it. Did all those fucking hours and hours of training, like trained in martial arts, trained in the guns and the weapons and stuff. And you can tell, like the proof's in the pudding, because he's great in this.
Yeah, he looks so natural.
But he plays that real at the start where he's really distant.
Yeah,
I think he plays that really well.
I think he's a good actor.
I really like him.
Yeah,
I think that Matt Damon is amazing.
He wasn't first approached there were quite a few others ahead of him, including Whitey's favourite Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, yeah.
So he definitely was down the pecking order, but apparently he bought right into what Liman wanted to do. So not so much of the action, but really behind how the plot was driven and how the characters were driven. So that was one of the things that Doug Liman really liked about him. But they looked at everyone. They looked at all the action guys. Brad Pitt we mentioned, and he was definitely a bit of a left field choice.
How many credits do you reckon that Matt Damon has?
Movie credits?
Yeah, how many movie credits?
In
his IMDb biography, how many movie credits do you reckon he has?
20.
Just acting, or as?
Did you say 20?
20.
Okay.
Just acting, or as in like involvement in?
No,
movies?
just acting. Just acting.
Okay.
Yeah, as an actor.
Far out. I have no idea. I'd say it's a lot. Maybe 30.
98.
What?
98 credits.
Wow. 20. Yeah. That was a good choice.
And if honestly, I reckon that
98.
98. 98 fucking credits like this. Mate, and don't get me wrong. So like this in here, they've got Field of Dreams baseball fan at Fenway Park as an extra, right?
Oh, okay.
So shit like that. So, but 98 credits is 98 credits. But like he's gone like Mystic Pizza, School Ties, which is a pretty good movie with Brendan Fraser, Courage Under Fire, where he loses all his weight.
You're not actually going to name 98.
No, I'm not. But Chasing Amy, Rainmaker, Good Will Hunting. He's done some crackers before he gets to this.
Yeah, well,
right. So
like that's a Jason. That's a Smith bit. That Chasing Amy, isn't it? That's same dude.
Yep.
Jay and Silent Bob, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yep. So, but he's done Rounders. He did Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Ocean's 11 before he's done this. So and then eventually in 2002 he gets to Bourne Identity. He's really on the rise, but I think this movie kicks him into freaking overdrive.
Yeah.
But I think he's also very sort of understated with the parts that he chooses as well. Like I think he's pretty selective. He's a bit of a family man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I actually think he's got a house at Byron. I had a house at Byron.
Yeah. Right.
I actually think he'd be not a bad bloke to have a beer with.
No, I reckon he's a pretty sound fella, and I think he from what I do know about him, he's quite heavily involved in he's got a production company as well.
Massive.
And he's very involved in developing a lot of good stuff.
Yep.
And buying rights to a lot of great stories and hopefully making movies out of them in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds like he's kind of a bit of a renaissance man when it comes to everything involved in that industry.
Definitely. One movie, favorite Matt Damon movie?
Team America.
Good choice.
Yeah, it is a good choice, but it probably doesn't count. But I'll let you have it. Dan, favorite Matt Damon?
Good Will Hunting for me, definitely. Yeah. That's the one I'd go back to the most.
Yeah, I think mine's probably The Martian. Really like The Martian.
Excellent. Yeah, he's really good.
Really like The Martian. And a little sneaky one. Little sneaky one, which is about 178% on the crime meter.
Mm.
We bought a zoo.
Oh, okay.
With Scarlett
Watch it with the
Johansson.
kids. Watch it with your family.
I can't remember that.
Watch it with the family. I watched it and I cry in about 7 different spots.
Right.
Which is not saying a lot, but it's a great movie. And it gets a bit panned, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's good. So there you go.
I like The Informant as well. Little quirky one.
Yeah, that's very quirky. What about moving on to Franca Potente? So she plays Marie, German actress.
Yeah.
Now, thoughts on Marie as a character?
Okay, I'm going to jump in first, just before you guys do. I felt like she left a little bit on the table, eh? I just didn't think she kind of like. I don't know if it was the German in her or if it was or maybe just the European, but like she's starting Run Lola Run, and for all accounts, it was a pretty amazing movie.
Run Lola Run's a great movie.
Yeah,
a good movie.
But I just felt like she was a bit. I don't know, just like a bit two-dimensional, just a little bit.
I've got a question about her in question time. I think Morgs. I think she's a bit vanilla. I think she doesn't add a lot.
Yeah.
Like emotionally, I think, and when she does try to get emotional, it feels a little bit forced.
Yeah. Like, is that just the German?
Maybe. Dan, thoughts?
Yeah, that was one of my notes that I remember from my phone on the bottom of the lake, was that I felt I could see what they were doing. They were trying to set her up as she's at the end of her tether. She's tried anything. She's desperate. She's in the embassy and she's thrown all kinds of wishes at them. She was going for a green card. Now it's a student visa. She's got no freight. She's driving a beat to shit Mini. She's been ripped off in Biarritz at a surf shop, blah, blah, blah. So they're setting her up as this, okay, maybe it is slightly plausible that she's going to follow this insane man and take his cash and drive him to Paris. But yeah, I felt she was employed in the film based on her incredible performance in Run Lola Run. I don't know that she was the right cast member for that particular role or what that role did. They were both super, like he was in Damon's character. He couldn't be overly emotional because he was playing this programmed killer. But what was her reason for being equally as lacking, I guess, in a lot of difference between her highs and her lows? It was strange.
Yeah, I pose a question about maybe another actress to play her later. We'll do that later on. But,
okay.
But Chris Cooper, who plays Conklin, who's the head CIA guy, I think he's always. And he's sneaky great in everything.
Yeah,
Chris
Cooper.
Yeah, I think he's been.
That's why he's in everything. He's so dependable.
Yeah. So like, I remember him probably in A Time to Kill.
Yeah,
where he plays the copper that gets shot and has to get his leg amputated.
Yeah,
and he's been on the stand where McConaughey crosses him and he agrees with, I'd do the same thing with Samuel L. Jackson. It sort of turns the crowd that they thought that he would hate. But I think he's awesome in this, and I like I think the sneaky twist with him at the end is excellent. You're not expecting that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the movie felt like it could have ended when Matt Damon killed Clive Owen. Like, it didn't really feel like, because Marie had already left, there wasn't really anything else we needed to know. I thought he'd saved her and she was out of there. That could have been a climax. And then that was good how they set it up, I guess, for the future films and put that twist in.
Well, I think that sort of gets us into Brian Cox, who goes on to play a much bigger role in the preceding films. But fuck, he's another one who's just so good in everything he's in. Brian Cox.
What is the go with him though? He's playing the same character that he does in The Long Kiss Goodnight, in that he's in charge of a rogue agent who has amnesia.
Yeah, madness. Yeah.
Well, you stick with what you know.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
he was understated in this movie though.
Yeah. He's not really used.
No.
But in the other ones, he becomes almost like one of the big bads.
Yeah.
You know, that he's in charge of Treadstone and the guy that they're the Bruckbriar and all that kind of stuff moving forward. But
I really enjoyed it when he was presenting to the senators at the end, and he just sort of glossed over how Treadstone and moved on to the next project that they had to fund. It was like,
Yes.
oh, wow. Okay. All that chaos. And it's really 2 lines in a meeting with some senators to go, right, no problem. Move along. Nothing to see
Yeah,
here.
move on. Okay, how much money you need? How much money do you need? Yeah, so he's
do you guys like Charlie Wilson's War?
It's amazing. I love it.
Oh, my God. Will.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, Tom Hanks, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Charlie Wilson's War, awesome. Nothing like this movie whatsoever, but it just reminded me of the machinations, I guess, in the US for extracting budget from Senate hearing committees and
effectively, this Charlie Wilson is, I guess, charged with building Al Qaeda in Afghanistan because the US effectively funded the Afghanistan's fight against the Russians with all their own, with all the weapons and all the stuff. So effectively, America have created the environment that we see today because they funded them back in the 80s against the Russians. And this Charlie Wilson, Tom Hanks is amazing, but Philip Seymour Hoffman, it could be the best performance of his life. He's really so good as that guy.
Oh, I have to watch it.
And Julia Roberts is in as well.
Check it out.
And Amy Adams. It's so
Excellent.
good. It's really it's a lot of fun. And then look, 2 sneakies. Obviously, we get a very young Clive Owen.
Yeah.
And we get a very young Walt Goggins.
Yeah, with he's already losing his due. He definitely he's got a big forehead, a huge forehead.
Yeah. Very quick part though, the old Walt Goggins.
Yeah.
But I was elbowing Lib because she loved the old Lotus, that.
White Lotus.
Yeah, White Lotus. Yeah.
I was just like,
well, that's also 1 degree of Kurt Russell for the Hateful Eight.
Okay.
So there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
With Walt, and then obviously Morg's already mentioned it, but Julia Stiles plays the agent in Paris, who becomes actually one of Bourne's confidants moving forward into the trilogy. But look, she has nothing to do.
She's 4th build or something too, 3rd or 4th build. It's crazy.
She has nothing to do.
And I actually went and checked, and this is after 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
She's already gotten this big out, she's in front of everyone. And then she gets put in this thing where she essentially could have just been replaced with any girl off the street. That would have saved some budget.
Now, I think they've cast her because they know there's going to be more movies.
And
her
I'm
character increases.
With fresh eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
And I haven't seen. Here's a bit of a.
You've not seen the other two yet,
have
you?
Yeah, believe it or not, I
Hot
haven't.
take.
Well, don't watch the second one. Don't watch Supremacy with Hangover.
Right. Yeah.
True. Gets a little bit sketchy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really it for ordinary people for the cast. Now, it ranked number 19 in 2002 with 214 million dollars at the box office. Budget of 60 million. 27 million opening weekend. It opened at number 2 and it spent 5 weeks in the top 10. So pretty good little run there for
solid
for the Bourne Identity. And if this
but new IP or new to the screen IP, I think, and a very different take on an action flick. Yeah, very, very good. But if you looked at box office, I think it maybe scraped into the top 20 for
19th.
2002. Yeah,
19th. But a funny year. Right? So obviously we're now starting to get like the Two Towers comes out, which is number 1, nearly does $1 billion. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which is the second Harry Potter, nearly does $1 billion. Spider-Man, 800 million.
Was that the Tobey Maguire one?
The first one, which is a cracker.
Yeah, it was good.
Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, which is possibly the worst Star Wars movie of all time. Nearly 700 million. Men in Black 2, it's just a sequel-a-thon.
Yeah.
Bond, Die Another Day, which is horrendous.
Which one's that?
That's the surfing the snow, on the snowboard, surfing the wave in Antarctica.
Oh my God!
It's Halle Berry coming out of the ocean.
That's right.
Yeah, but then we start to see like some original IP like Signs, Minority Report, Catch Me If You Can. So there's actually some.
Signs wasn't bad for M Night. I think that's probably that was.
Signs isn't bad.
Not a bad.
No, like you got 8 Mile, The Ring. Red Dragon, which is not great. Panic Room.
Red Dragon is the Edward Norton one, is it?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I don't mind that. It was. And
but I think
Boogie Nights playing Clarice, wasn't it?
Yeah, Julianne Moore. No. There's no Clarice. It's just he plays Will Graham. It's Maneater. So William Peterson, Maneater and Michael Mann that directed that in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's a redo of that.
Yep. Got it.
Yeah. But little sneaky one down here. It's not really that sneaky, but down number 24, Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
Underrated Scorsese. Yeah. I don't mind Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
It was a big film.
God, I haven't seen
it was
that
a
for a long
big film
time.
when it came out.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. Now, Robert Ludlum, the author who this movie's adapted by, 27 books he wrote. The Bourne trilogy is far and away the best he's ever done. Now, funnily enough, that this movie is the only movie that resembles anything to do with the book. So the Supremacy and the Ultimatum have nothing to do with the books, just the titles.
Unreal.
Right, the movie. So, but I did a little bit of research to find out if you still read, and some of us still do. I'm not one of them. I've got heaps of books, but I don't read them. Now, here are the two choices. The Matarazzi Circle, Cold War tension meets a secret global conspiracy, one of the smartest Ludlum books written, and The Holcroft Covenant, a Nazi legacy conspiracy thriller that's gripping from start to finish. They're the two picks. The trilogy is his standout, but another one, which is a movie from the 80s, The Osterman Weekend.
Oh.
And that's actually not a bad movie.
Right.
Yeah, very 80s, very sort of espionage-y.
Yeah.
I saw it at a mate's house in year 4.
Yeah.
And there's a bow in it.
A lot of MS-DOS, green type.
There's a little bit of that. But I saw it at a friend's house at a sleepover.
Yeah.
And his mum was quite young. Like, I think she had him when she was like 15. So she was only like 26 or 27, maybe younger, 25. Her and a boyfriend were rooting in the room next door, and I'm in year 4 having a sleepover. I could not go to bed.
Core memory.
Core memory. It is a core memory.
Amazing.
Because about 5 hours earlier, the mum walked in on me in the shower and just started brushing her teeth.
Scene was set, man.
Mate, it's a core disturbing memory.
Wow. Damo would have had a dick. He would have had a dick right there and there.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. 2002 hit sleeper dud. Will, you've got the hit.
I do. I got the hit. It's my hit. I went through that little list and I was looking at a bunch of stuff, and I'd seen, like Mel Gibbo's Bloody Signs, and I'd had a look at a couple of the other ones as well. But then one jumped out at me that I do remember watching back in the day, and it was the Huey one, the About a Boy. Did you ever see?
Oh yeah. God, I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah, I know. It was an interesting.
That's a really good flick. Tony Collette and the kids played by the young kid that it ends up in Mad Max Fury Road. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, and it was also
he took a handbag literally to the Oscars.
Yeah.
That's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a good song too, About a Boy. It was like the feature song to the.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good flick. I remember that fondly. Nice.
All right. I've got a sleeper. Rabbit Proof Fence.
Yeah, I did see that one on the list too. It's a good flick.
Good flick. Yeah. About 3 girls that try and, it's about the stolen generation. About 3 girls that try and find their way back to their family, and they trace the Rabbit Proof Fence in WA. It's about 150% on the crime meter. It's well worth a watch. It's I think I've only seen it once, but I did remember it had an impact on me.
Yep.
Dan, you got the dud.
Yeah, you mentioned it before. Attack of the Clones. What a fucking steaming pile of absolute horse shit. Did we go to the midnight screening for that one as well?
We certainly did.
God, that was just such a disappointing time of my life. We were massive New Hope fans, obviously. Empire Strikes Back, Jedi, you can give or take for me, but I still enjoy it and think about it fondly.
So this is the one that was just after the one that came out with Jar Jar Binks, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now you are 100% disillusioned.
No, well, see, I think that whilst we were disappointed with
Phantom
Menace, first one, with Phantom Menace, I think that we were still willing to see how it went. This was the one where I walked out and I went, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because generally I walk out of the movies and it's either got to be really shit for me to go, I didn't enjoy that. Usually I'll wait and sort of let it digest a bit, and then I'll make a call maybe a day or 2 days later.
You knew.
Attack of the Clones was so bad. Bad.
Horrific.
So bad. It felt like a video game.
Bad.
Yeah.
It felt like a video game. Good dud, Dan.
Just dumb.
And they sort of rescue it a bit with Revenge of the Sith, which is a pretty good movie, but it just...
I have the higher ground, Anakin.
It's so bad. Yeah, that gets used a lot. It gets used a lot. Question time. What are the chances of surviving being shot twice in the back and falling overboard into the ocean?
Yeah, wow.
No chance. There's no chance. Actually, you know what? If you hadn't been shot twice in the back and you fell overboard in the middle of the ocean,
you'd probably die in the North Atlantic as well. Yeah.
How does he? So, we're assuming that because of what he's wearing is why he's floating the right way up.
Be. Yeah, he's and he had a flash beacon on him.
Yeah,
but he's got a wetsuit on this tactical gear that's floating him.
My other question is, I'm just going to tack onto this: very shallow bullets in his body, like so. It's all. And I'm like,
they didn't penetrate very far.
No. It's like a bit like Gow doesn't penetrate very far.
Did his wetsuit have some sort of Kevlar?
Yeah, it might have been Japanese neoprene, Will. I mean, that's always been revered. Yeah.
Yes, it has. Yeah, it really has.
Okay. Now, you fall overboard. You get pulled in by a big boat of fishermen. Are these the world's most honest fishermen?
I've seen Deadliest Catch, right?
Mate,
and I know how freaking grumpy.
Mate, they're right. They're stealing everything from him and throwing him overboard.
100%.
Using him as bait.
What boat captain knows how to surgically remove bullets?
He's incredible.
B, you pull a soldier out of the ocean, right? 3 seconds later, you go get back to work to your crew.
Yeah.
Right, and they go, oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll just you know what? We're not going to head straight back to port.
Ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies.
Yeah.
And then, what boat captain gives you $500 at the end of the ordeal?
Yeah.
Well, he earned his keep.
Did he?
Jason, he earned his keep.
Did he do some
He was
work
grumpy.
on the boat?
He was grumpy. He probably did some work on the boat. They were very forgiving. Like it was just like very understanding.
It was like they were, again, fresh eyes. They were gearing up the boat captain to be a father figure through this movie that never eventuated.
He
looked.
Yeah, they kind of avoided that tropiness.
Looked at him longingly as he left the boat, and I thought, "There's an untold story there."
Maybe he's an ex-spy.
Maybe the way you would look at him through the door.
Is why do you have your bank account in your hip?
Oh, you work it out.
Yes.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what do we think the rent on the Paris apartment would be per month?
A whole lot more than I make in a year,
mate. Now, Paris is not cheap. You know, Dan's got a mate that lives sort of on the Seine
in Paris. Too.
On the
what
Seine.
Are you paying, Dan?
Island on the Seine.
I'd say that was a particularly expensive one. There was a time where there was a little bit of an economic shell shock in gay Paris, and you were able to pick up an apartment. I think the mate of Whitey's that he's referring to did stumble into quite the bargain. But yes, I think he did. But yes, this particular where he obviously hasn't left the hot water service going, so he hasn't paid his bills. But it would have been an expensive treadstone line item somewhere in the P&L.
Wow, I'm thinking you're probably looking. Let's talk US dollars. You're looking 10 to 15 grand a month.
I was going to say, yeah, 20 grand.
Yeah.
I was going to say 20 to 25 Australian.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably where it sits. And the funny thing, because my mum and dad lived in France for a few years, that when I laughed at the kitchen because the kitchen's quite sort of plain.
Yeah.
And the reason is that when they rent apartments out and when they sell apartments, they don't have a kitchen in them. So you fit your kitchen out, right? And a lot of kitchens in France are IKEA kitchens. So they go and they get the bits and they create their own kitchens. It's really weird. It's really weird. When my parents moved into their apartment in Saint-Germain-en-Laye, and that they actually had to fix their kitchen.
What's the logic?
Yeah, I don't
that?
understand it. So people take their kitchens with them when they leave.
Mental.
Yeah, it's mental. It's mental.
Super.
Okay. Whose toothbrush is Marie using in Jason's bathroom?
Very good question. I was thinking the same thing. That she's taking liberties there.
Mate, that's mass liberties.
Germans,
Yeah.
man.
Mate, it's the first. I was like, she doesn't have a bag. The bag's in the car. She's just got herself. Whose fucking toothbrush are you using? I can't imagine that Jason's got 6 or 7 spare toothbrushes in the apartment.
Well, I mean, you got to connect those dots yourself, don't you? You got to say Jason Bourne is either the kind of guy that's got a few wrapped up in plastic. Maybe just been to the dentist before he went to this thing and got a little.
Got a free Colgate one. Yeah, no, fair enough.
I got the free pack. The pack.
Yeah, it's just like the.
Now my concern is, if she's using his toothbrush, he's very lucky it's not an electric toothbrush. Other side, she might have been in the freaking just. Jason, I'm just going to the bathroom, then to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Smashing herself up with the
little man in the boat, right?
That's
okay.
it.
Preheat in the oven, you reckon?
Will, do you on surf trips? Will, do you play the game where you photograph yourself with your mate's toothbrush around your anus and then enjoy him cleaning his teeth for the entire trip, and then show him the photo at the end?
I haven't yet, but now that you mention it, sounds like a pretty cool thing to do.
So much in saying that. The only time that I've been on one of their surf trips when we went to Bali, I took 7 toothbrushes. And every day I would make sure, and I hid the packet, I'd make sure it was a new toothbrush that I brushed with. Threw the other one in the bin.
I have questions. I'm more interested in your photographic techniques because if I...
Oh, you need an accomplice. You need an accomplice.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
There's got someone
yeah. It's a 2-man job. No, it's a 2-man job.
It's just insert.
Balance the brush, like leave it on the seat there, and then
tried it. Too difficult. Yeah. No, there's too many moving parts.
Morg's cramped up doing that.
That's a tough shot to take, mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, highly recommend. Comedy for days. Highly recommended. It's not as funny when it's your toothbrush, I must say, but it's funny when it's your mate's.
That's great. Enjoyable.
Is the Bic pen an underrated weapon?
Oh, that was a good scene. Yeah,
it's a great scene.
He was just in front of him every time, like, wow.
How many holes did he puncture him with? About 8 or 10?
So good.
Tattoos,
and then down the hand.
Tattoos all over him, hey. You know those
the prison tats.
Yeah.
Prison
I got
tats.
stabbed.
How was the good little
by a chick with a pen once.
Oh,
you know, like, oh yeah. She just, I don't know, just a little mental case. I was sitting next to her and she just wanted some attention. That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's all it was. She just wanted some attention from me. And so she started hacking into my leg with a pen.
Dude, that's boycraft. What's she doing? Girls aren't normally that stupid.
Just a little lunatic in the making. You know what they're like.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed the little stabbing knife that he had.
Yes.
And it seems a bit of a trope, those knives. But I thought it was until a little mate of the girls came round the other day. Was a kid of one of my wife's friends came around just to hang out and have a beer. The children were there, and he pulled out his backpack, and in his backpack he had a drone and some rope and a Leatherman and some ninja throwing stars. And so they went around the property and were just flinging them at trees. It was awesome.
Unbelievable.
I'm concerned about your mate.
Yeah, like what is he?
No, he was cool as. Yeah, it was
You
awesome.
think he's Malcolm Douglas?
Yeah, no. He was a kid. He's like 14 or something like that. He was just had it in his kid backpack, and I thought, it was brilliant.
Kid.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the Paris assassin? Why is the Paris assassin brandishing a submachine gun and smashing through the window?
Shooting the ceiling.
Yeah, he kills the woman downstairs with a silencer, obviously. One shot in the head.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden is it like World War III? Why are you drawing that much attention?
How do you get in the lobby Kill the lady.
and then back outside.
And then
Why do you do that?
I don't know, man. I had the same questions. Because it's theatrics.
Yeah, no, it looks
Jump
good.
scare.
I know
Yeah,
that.
jump scare's not as jumpy with a silencer.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the question. You have amnesia.
Yeah.
You've almost been killed twice.
Have you got any questions for this guy?
Chuck will come in soon. You have amnesia. You're on the run. People trying to kill you. Is there time to have sex?
Yeah.
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 Sure.
He's a young bloke. It'd be up like it'd be like
When do
a
you
rock
reckon-
every morning.
When do
Yeah.
you reckon the last time he put a clip out? Like,
Do
Yeah,
you
he's
think-
exactly.
backed up, man.
Yeah.
He's backed
Well,
up.
yeah. Well, he would know.
He's got
he would
ropes.
remember when the last time he had a
Ropes.
wank. He might have
Yeah.
had a wank like the day before Wombosi. So for
Yeah.
him, that's like yesterday.
Yeah, but for 3 weeks, he's a young
Oh,
girl.
yeah, mate. He would have.
He wasn't that into it too. He tried to brush her, but she
Yeah, he
was
did
not
try to
having
brush
it. She was
horny
keen.
German.
Well, that was
Yeah,
my
she
second
was-
question.
She was like,
Yeah.
after my
Was
poopy.
he actually even keen?
He didn't look keen. And it, like,
Nah,
he
he
cut her hair
wasn't that into
short,
it.
cut her hair
He was
short, he
gonna
probably-
he was gonna have a hamburger. He wasn't into it.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, well, okay, I know you really want it, so I'll give it to you.
I'll lay it down.
He's selfless.
Yeah.
He's a selfless lover.
Do you think they trained him to be a lover as well in the?
I think so.
In the academy.
Yeah, definitely think so.
He did, no, I think James Bond, yes, he went through rooting school, but I don't think Treadstone had a rooting department.
No. But you don't think that in the pills that they take in the Blackbriar program, there's the blue pill is actually...
No, I didn't. I know, and I did have a quick look, and I didn't see the magical all-weekend router.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
yes.
fair enough. Who the fuck is Eamon at the farm?
Damon, back with your weight.
Do we know who he is?
No, just
Eamon.
some
The
old-
guy at the farm. The farm.
Oh,
they
the
go to.
ped. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
his
she
kid.
was. She was rooting him a few years back. That was.
Oh, you
they
reckon
had a-
that's
they had
what
a
it
bit
is,
of a
okay.
Yeah,
thing, yeah.
that's what it is.
Okay.
He's,
That's
and his
what it
missus was conveniently away for 2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a coinky dink. Yeah.
Here is the big question. And if either of you get this, I'm going to be really excited. Did anyone recognize the ASM boat sales guy? When they go in, they go to ASM, and it's where Wombosi has the boat.
Yes.
Do you remember the guy,
Yes.
bald guy? English
I
guy?
remember clocking him and going, I know you, but I didn't think where from. Oh, that's
Now,
excellent.
Will, you're gonna be so happy when I tell you who this is because we talk about this all the time. Go on, and get the guitar. No, he's the trainer.
He's the trainer.
He's the trainer that's trying to teach them. Let's do some role play. Rape! Rape! There's been a rape up there. Get their attention.
Oh,
Spaceman came down to answer some things.
Pretty girl on the hood of a Cadillac, yeah.
Mate, and when I saw him, I pissed myself laughing. I was like,
so good.
Wow,
It's
what
the
a good
trainer.
get. Yeah, I recognised him, but I couldn't place him. That's brilliant.
yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say David Brent. That would be
No.
madness.
Oh.
It was the trainer. Okay, well done.
Racial.
Racial. Born to watch only fan.
Oh, lick out.
Now, it made me laugh. We've been getting a lot of positive vibes on the YouTube channel. We've got a couple guys that are commenting a lot, and we've got a video on there, which is the making of the movie The Thing, John Carpenter's masterpiece, which is actually just going off its tits. People are watching it a lot and commenting a lot about how good it is. So get on there and have a look at it if you're a Thing fan. But we've got a comment on our Trading Places episode.
Okay.
MD19627 comment is wrong format. You are not interesting.
This is something I think a lot of us can get behind, and that is some negative
Yeah.
reviews on Bourne.
I think so. I didn't realise that we could actually have fun with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and find. I'm going to go through and find when we've been negatively commented on, and we're just going to mention it because I think
So
that's funny.
Yeah.
Does wrong format mean he didn't like seeing your heads? Is that on the YouTube?
I don't know. I just think maybe he thought that the way we went about it was just not interesting.
It was poor syntax, so maybe English is his second language. I don't know.
It could be. But look, generally we get good comments, but I'm going to try and find some bad ones.
No, I love it. I think this should be
have a laugh at it.
This is way better than Lickouts.
Yeah, I saw one once where someone made a comment that I looked like a Dutch actor.
Yeah.
I couldn't work out. I mean, I don't know any Dutch actors. I barely know the movies that we're reviewing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so there we go. That was the bad one, but we've got a couple of voicemails. So strap yourselves in. And here is the first one.
Hey, boys. It's the perps. I know. Missing in action. Lots of action happening. Actually, no action happening. That's the problem. Body's falling apart. All good. Happiness still reigns. I've missed you guys. I'm sorry I haven't been listening. I haven't actually listened to any podcasts in the last couple of months because my brain had a spastic attack and can't concentrate. Anywho, I love you guys. I keep looking at all your stuff on Facebook, Insta and everything. I laugh. I miss you. I will come back to listening. See ya. Love you.
On your perp.
She's got a sexy voice. Oh, my God.
You said that from the start.
I would wank to that. Like, if we were back in the noughties, like, if she was a phone sex operator, I would blow heaps of cash on perps.
Hey, I know perps, and I wouldn't put it past her. She probably.
Oh, great.
She would have
an exciting voice.
Yeah, she's pretty multi-talented.
Yeah. Good on you, perps.
She makes
vet, like a vet.
Yeah.
She's a vet.
Yeah, she's a vet. Yeah,
she's a legend, all round legend.
Yeah.
Thanks, perps. Love you too. Come back and listen.
We miss you, perps.
We'll make you smile.
Oh, mate, you make me spooge in my pantaloons.
Now, here's another one.
G'day, fellas, chuppers. It's nice to be missed. No bird flu, just nothing to contribute. Your podcast is still the main one I listen to every day. I probably do you dirty because I download all of them as MP3s onto my phone, so they're available always without internet. I usually stick my nose in when I have a thought to correct the critics. Not to be a fuckwit, but genuinely inform. Like the question of cameos, which Jim Belushi wasn't in Trading Places. He was a small supporting role. Another quick snip from last week was whether you have any female listeners at all. You may still have perps. On a road trip with my daughter, I got sick of pop music and said to her, we're going to listen to some podcasts. Soon enough, I was getting side-eye and slight head movement because of the Dickersons. And another time, Ben Affleck blooding that thing up for some side dick shots. Hilarious to us, but eyebrow-raising for the girl. Then there's Dan's love of the word phalange. That was an interesting explanation. I think she'll be sticking with Tay-Tay. I won't be going anywhere, fellas, and I fucking love your work still. See ya.
A legend.
Oh, chuppers.
Chuppers. When I sell, it's my job, Will, to send our stats to our sponsor, Gage Road Breweries. And I kind of just don't talk a lot about our demographics because if you could be 100% male, we would be it. It's definitely, I think Perps and Moggy 2102 are the only females that listen to this and our only fwits. But I don't care. If there's chuppers and a few more chuppers out there, that's enough for me.
Yeah, 100%. I did convince my sister-in-law Penny to follow you guys on Instagram. She enjoys it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good on
anyway,
you, Penny.
You do have a third, but she's a sleeper agent.
No, we like the sleepers. I would really love to hear from if we do have any female listeners. Just
Penny,
reach out. Just send us a DM.
Penny
on
selling
Instagram.
Home Central Coast.
Yeah, just send us a DM on Instagram and we'll mention you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything just out of control. Just send us a g'day, guys. That's all we need.
Just let us know.
Let us know you're out there. Because
not the blokes, the girls.
We don't want to know about the blokes. We know we've got heaps of them. Yeah. But they're a rare thing.
Yeah.
The girls, and if you're an F-wit.
I actually think they have a lot to add. They got a lot to weigh in on.
I agree.
Especially Gal's techniques.
If they work.
I'd like to know whether or not it's a direction we should all be sort of heading in.
Yeah, I don't think it is, Will.
Really?
I think the meat and potatoes is not a direction we should be heading into.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know if it's for us to say. I think we need to get a different...
That's a good point, Will. Yeah, who are we to say? Depth, tempo, routine. Yeah.
None of us really know what we're doing. So,
and once we've covered
I'm getting worse. I get worse as I get older, like way worse.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Just get more bent. The good, the bad, and the ugly, brought to you by our mates at Gage Roads Brew Company.
Yes.
Will's sucking on a couple.
Will's enjoying a couple of Singos now.
He's really enjoyed them tonight.
Yeah, they go down pretty smooth on a Monday night. I'm not an oft Monday drinker. But when I come into the studio, Bourne.
That's it.
Oh, you have to.
You have to.
My preferred drink is the single fin. So if you want to send a pallet my way, I'll give you my address later on. Thanks, Gage Roads.
Excellent.
Well done.
For the best of time, it's Suntory time.
60% of the time. It works almost half the time.
Will, love it. F-wits, get into that shit. Fucking
absolutely.
do it.
Will, what do you got for good being a virgin to the Bourne?
Mate, European cities on film.
Europe is the greatest place on earth.
It's cinematic.
Yeah.
It's the word that comes to mind.
So it was shot predominantly in Prague. So what you're seeing is Paris and Zurich and everything is in fact Prague. But
which
I
is
don't
like
disagree.
as European as it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prague is just
Prague's amazing.
Yeah. Prague's wild, eh? Like it's
something about the thin, like the alleys.
Yeah,
and it's the history.
Just this one scene where I saw like there was this really old building and there was just arch after arch with all these keystones locked in place.
Yeah.
You know they've been there for a god awful amount of time, and they've seen some shit. Those keystones, and I'm a bit of an architecture buff. Well, I'm not a buff. Actually, I shouldn't say a buff. I'm a silent observer.
Of
architecture, and I do appreciate when I see nice stuff. So anyway, Europe, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like it. I do like an old Mini as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice touch. Yeah.
They have tiny rims on them. It would have been difficult to do the down the stairs bit because those rims
would have broken the
front.
I've got a bit on the Mini later on. I've got a bit on the Mini later on.
Yeah.
Dan, good. What do you got?
Yeah, I really like Dougie Liman having a go at this. I think he convinced the studio to grab the rights to the story. I think famously it does deviate quite a bit from, and not as much as the subsequent films, but also deviates from the source material. And also Tony Gilroy was the screenwriter. And I'm going to take a look at Mr. Tony Gilroy in Film School for F-wits because he's pretty fucking amazing, sneaky good. So we're going to have a look at him. But the combination of Doug Liman and Tony Gilroy to make this adaptation, it wasn't the first adaptation of the Bourne source material, but definitely the best and definitely a lot more different than I think people were expecting.
Yeah, there was, of course, the miniseries in the 80s with Richard Chamberlain.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, which was big.
Night. See you, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. So my good, it's the movie that changed action forever. We don't get Casino Royale without this movie.
Yeah.
I don't think Bond changes the 90 or 180 degrees that it does.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Really good point. It's because it's such a massive removal from Roger Moore and to a lesser extent Sean Connery and definitely
Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan went high camp at the end with a couple. His last movie, Die Another Day, was awful, but I don't think we get Casino Royale without this. The reality, we definitely don't get the parkour beginning to Casino Royale. This truly felt like when you saw Casino Royale, it felt like a Bourne movie.
Yeah,
which I think is great.
Yeah.
I think the start is good, and I like that we only learn the information as Bourne learns it.
Yeah,
like whilst we know we all know that he's a spy, we don't know anything more about him until Bourne learns it as the movie goes. I think that's really cool. I love it when he grabs the nightstick in the park. We've already mentioned it. I thought that was amazing. The embassy, grabbing the walkie, grabs the map, that realism, you sort of believe what's going on. I've got early Walt Goggins, Clive Owen. The Paris apartment flight is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I've got a little bit more on that as well, but and I think Marie's reaction after the fight, he went out the window, it just made me have a little bit of a chuckle. But again, so deadpan. And I struggled with her delivery of it, but I liked the line.
Yeah.
Right?
I did some research on that one. Apparently, that was a second take because she did have a bit of a that was written in the script originally, right. And then they tried it again, and she did it that way. And I think that's better. I think it is probably more realistic. She was just completely shocked. Like, why did that man just jump out that window? Like, what just happened? So yeah, I think it was the fact that it was subdued probably worked for me.
Yeah, the set pieces are great. So like the Paris car chase is fucking amazing, and I think any European car chase is great. Like you've got Ronin, you've got Taken. The one in Taken is great. Like there's so many good European car chases.
Yeah,
I like the farmhouse shootout. I love just how measured he is.
Yeah, that was cool.
I thought that like he's measured. He's just going to walk. He's going to find the best spots. He knows he's got the plan.
Yeah.
The phone call where he gets Clive Owen's phone or the Paris phone, and he makes the phone call, and he's like, and I love it when they call, and they go, shit, it's Bourne's calling. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just love that reaction to it's the first time we've made contact. It's really cool. Then obviously the set piece in the Paris office. Where he then probably the bit that is the least realistic is when he dives off the ledge and lands on the guy, and he shoots the guys on the way down. I thought that was fucking amazing though. Thought that was really, really cool. And then I've already mentioned it, but the Chris Cooper twist where he ends up getting murdered. You think it's actually they're after Bourne, but it's been flipped, and they've got to now take out Chris Cooper because he knows too much and he's fucked up.
Crazy.
Thought that was really cool ending. Yeah, thought that was really cool. Bad. Dan, anything for bad?
Oh, look, I don't know if it's bad. I was weighing up if it was good or bad. It's probably neither, but it's so dated, this film. Everything dates this film, from the CVT TVs to the computers that they use, from the flip phones that they have. Like, there's no way you can't see this as anything other than a snapshot of 2001, 2002. And that was very apparent compared to what we see on screen everywhere else. And it got me thinking about the first big screen that Gow bought, and he paid $5,000 for, and had it in his unit in
DY.
No.
Newport.
No,
it was in Balgala.
Newport. No, Newport.
Oh, the Newport. Okay, yep.
Newport, yeah, which was a stunning unit, and he should have bought it, the dickhead. But it was, that was kind of the change into, I guess, more modern times, where we now see giant TVs everywhere. But this was a very last snapshot of the wonderful noughties before everything changed.
Well, I guess the thing is, though, is that this movie's over in a day with all the surveillance there is now. Like, he can't hide. He'll be found. I found it interesting that even back then that it was only photographs on the security systems at the embassy. Like, they didn't have any video.
I chuckled.
No, and it was really pixelated. It was difficult. Like, it was
like,
but it was photos. It was
just like, we're onto it. We're gonna about 35 minutes from now, we're gonna get
we'll get the license plate in 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's like we've got to get some information faxed across to somewhere else. So good.
Yeah. Will, awesome.
Bad. Yeah, I've got a few bad. Julia Stiles. Again, I'm fresh eyes looking at it.
It's a wasted spot.
What am I?
Yeah.
What is she doing in this, man? Like,
very strange.
Quite simply, dyeing a lady's hair and then cutting it. Just, it's a bit arse about tit.
Okay. I don't know, but I'll take that for
you. Clever. No.
The big one to me that was like the most obvious is when he just takes apart the embassy and all the crew in there, and then winds up out the backyard of the embassy, and he's got enough time to have a chat and convince a chick to take him to Paris.
Yeah.
If that happens in an embassy and you've just evaded the entire security detail in that building, and people have been beaten up, other people, you've taken weapons off people, There's been a big old evac and a massive shutdown. That entire block is getting shut down. In an instant.
Yep.
Like it's all getting shut down. And they just had all this time. And I thought, as realistic as they tried to make him, to like make his techniques really realistic and everything is believable about how, I think that was a big thing about this type of superhero, is it's the believable approach. It's the skills that he has, that he displays through the movie. And then you have these scenarios, you're like, hey, mate, how about a bit of hurry up?
There's a bit of noise going on,
Yeah.
So
he certainly didn't rush.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like real kind of, I mean, it's a movie, so we can't, we need to give them some space to have the dialogue.
And effectively, that car's parked behind the embassy.
Yeah.
Because they go, behind the embassy, we've got this photograph. Like, where the fuck is all the security?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's madness.
It's crazy. Anything else?
Yeah, no, that was it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got, why are the bullets in Bourne's back only surface wounds? I don't understand that. They are like not even a centimetre into his body.
No, doesn't make a lot of sense.
I thought he was a bit rough cutting her hair. He could have been a bit gentler.
Yeah.
And maybe I think that's what was the final straw. Like, she was like, if he's this rough cutting my hair, I need to fuck this bloke. Now, I posed the question earlier, is that could there have been a better choice for Marie? Right?
I think it could have been way different, but if they wanted a European actress, I understand what they went for.
Yeah.
In the book, she's Canadian, I believe, the heroine. So they definitely diverged from the source material. But yeah, what are you thinking?
I throw this one, 2002. I'm throwing at you.
Oh, Melanie Laurent?
No. I'm throwing at you Rachel Weisz. Now, she's in the Bourne Legacy with Jeremy Renner.
She's Daniel Craig's wife?
She's Daniel Craig's wife now.
Yeah.
But back then, she's like, the Mummy's only in.
Rachel Weisz.
So Rachel Weisz from the Mummy. So it's the Mummy's 99.
English Rose, very. It would be. She'd have a bit of a weird accent.
But also, like, she's got a bit more of an emotional range. I think.
Yeah.
So someone like that. And lastly, there's no way that Minnie's making that drive in those conditions from Zurich to Paris. There was so much fucking snow and ice on those roads. There is no way that Minnie's making that drive.
You'd want a fresh set of treads.
Oh, it was like, and him asking her, is the car okay? It's just gone from Zurich to Paris. I think it's going to be all right. What are your tyres like?
I love it. All the scenes where she's driving it around before the chase sounds like a Mini. As soon as he jumps in, it's a full Cosworth, like twin turbo thing.
Yeah.
It's got incredible. It behaves like it too.
It does. It handles well.
Audi Quattro, wasn't it?
Anyone got anything for ugly?
Yeah.
I just had. Sorry, you go, Will.
Shooting the dog. The assassin. Does he actually shoot the dog, or do you reckon he takes it out during the night before he finds his post up in the hills?
Shoots the dog.
Shoots a dog, eh?
Definitely shoots the dog.
Yeah. Unnecessary.
But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Tough to be an assassin.
It's a shame Molly wasn't there.
You got to do things that you know you're going to regret later as an assassin.
Well, mate, it's a life where you can't afford to ask yourself questions afterwards.
No, if that Labrador needs to die, it dies.
And who wants to kill a Labrador? No one.
Not me.
Dan, ugly.
Look, it's probably more bad than ugly, but I feel that Matt Damon was too baby-faced for this role. He didn't strike me as believable as having the life experience that I wanted to see from this character. He felt much younger than the other assassins. Clive Owen felt like he had 15 years on him and was just back from working as a croupier in another one of my favorite films. But yeah, I don't know. Look, obviously it's proven to be a massive success, but I think this film could have worked equally as well with another older actor.
Got anyone off the top of your head?
I think it could have been, Mr. Pitt could have done it justice. I think.
Well, he did Spy Game instead of this, so
because he definitely got offered. He had he had the opportunity to to go with it.
I could have seen Rusty doing this with an accent. I think with Slim Rusty coming off Gladiator could have made this work.
Yeah.
He would have
How long do you reckon it takes to be trained to the level of Bourne?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they've put $30 million into these guys. That's got to be 10 years of training. And
So
this guy
he's-
looks 20. He looks 26.
But let's just say that they're probably from, you assume most of these people are from the military.
Mm.
So let's say he's done his tour of duty, he's done 18 to 22 in the army, 4 years or whatever he's in.
Mm.
And they've picked him from 22. That'll be 10 years because he's 32.
He's a very young looking
But he
dude.
does look young. He does look young.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? He's got no scars and nothing to show for it.
Yeah, and he also doesn't know how to grow facial hair.
Well, I
the
don't think he
entire
can.
time.
I don't think he can.
Smooth as a baby's bottom the whole time.
Whereas I
He's
feel
like a
like
porpoise.
in the final one, I think it's Jason Bourne when he's a monster and he's having that bare knuckle fight. I think that he looks age appropriate in that one.
Yep. I think this is the only one that he looks too young.
Mm.
I think he's okay with the other ones.
Yeah.
But I tend to agree with you. Well done, gents. I don't have anything for ugly. Quick fire. Daniel.
Yes, gentlemen, quick fire this week. First up, look-alike, morgues alike. I mean, I have on occasion been accused of a taller Matt Damon and definitely a erstwhile Clive Owen. So there's definitely a few in there that I've copped on the street. Anyone else that you guys reminded me or of anyone else that you know?
I actually think you probably look more like Julia Stiles.
I've never seen
No,
his
that
forehead.
is
He's always
incorrect.
got a hat on.
Well,
I
that's why he
reckon-
wears a hat. He's got a
Yeah.
huge forehead. Huge forehead.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's got a massive bald head and a massive forehead. I call him a plasma screen. That's what he looks like.
It's a hard cross to bear.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, look, no one else really jumped to mind, so I'll agree with myself there.
Yeah, do that.
Next up, 5-minute movie. What could one of the characters have done to make this a really fast movie? I think Whitey is onto something with the fact that those bullets may have done a little bit more damage to Mr. Bourne's lungs than we are led to believe from the incredible fisherman / trauma surgeon.
I've been on a boat trip surfing in the middle of the ocean, right? In the Indian Ocean. And I've walked out at the back of that boat in the middle of the night and taken a piss off the back of it as we're traversing between two different atolls. Talking a lot of deep water under us and nothing out there. And I was a foot away, and it was probably very bad OH&S for the boat company that runs over, it's Maldives. What are you going to do?
Well, yeah.
But if I fell off the back of that,
It's game over.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah. Those diesel engines are just like, I could have yelled.
No one's hearing that.
No one's hearing it. Middle of the night. Mate, the chances of someone picking you up is so mental.
Yeah.
That straight away, you're like, if he falls off that, he's dead.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that Dougie Liman was not a lifeguard at Noosa Heads SLSSC in that how he treated the body floating and the likelihood of getting picked up in the North Atlantic like that and surviving. Tend to agree. I think it could have been over very swiftly, this movie. Well done. Next up, the golden ticket for anything from the Bourne Identity that may have passed over into popular culture, Whitey. Anything from this film that
nothing that I say, but have you
on
seen
each other? No.
No, but have you seen on social media that it's Jason Bourne? When like people trip over and they do shit things and it's like they go,
it sounds funny.
Jason
I haven't
Bourne.
seen it.
Oh God, it's Jason Bourne. That meme, it's become this meme in itself where people do shit things and the guy goes, it's Jason Bourne. I think that's really funny.
I have not seen it, but yes, thank you, Internet.
Yeah. Sometimes the internet can be used for good like that.
Man.
That's right.
Very rarely.
Well, you made an interesting comment about Julia Stiles and her lack of really anything to do in here. Was there a particular movie that you remembered her from that you thought, there's that girl from?
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, that's all I can think of when I think of her. Yeah, I don't like The Last Dance.
I've never been a fan of Julia Stiles, though.
Not a fan.
No.
Not a fan.
Everything I've seen, like every movie I've watched where she's in it, I'm just like, Really? Why?
I don't know how she became
What?
a
Yeah.
bit of an
She's
it
not
girl.
Girls Next Door, and she's definitely not model-esque, and I don't think she's got a heap of range as an actor. I don't know. It's a really weird one.
Yeah, I mean, there's always been an odd looking bird on the movies, but good actors or good actresses, like know how to do a.
But she's got
bring
nothing to
some
do
sort
with
of
this. Like, it's not
authenticity.
necessarily on
Yeah.
her. There's just not a lot of arc or
there's just-
range for
I
that
get
character.
The feeling maybe that like heaps wound up on the cutting room floor of her.
Yeah,
action.
quite
There's
possibly.
heaps more
Probably.
dialogue and stuff, and they just cut all the fat out. Yeah.
And she is more utilised in the subsequent films, that's for sure.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. But that was the only thing I thought of when I thought pop culture was Julia Pancake Head Styles. But no, didn't really cross over. Excellent. Okay, next up is pig-faced lickouts for the biggest douchebag character in the Bourne Identity, Whitey. Was there anyone really over the top?
I don't think there's anyone because everyone's
they're just doing their job, huh? Yeah.
Everyone's like Chris Cooper's probably the one, but he's doing his job.
Yeah,
that's right. These are weapons, and he's tasked with fixing a malfunctioning one. That's really it. He's driving his team pretty hard, but I don't get douchebag vibes. I just get driven vibes.
Yeah.
I didn't really think that there was anyone particularly shit. Will, did you notice anyone?
No, I didn't. It wasn't kind of the movie where they were trying to make anyone.
No,
they weren't trying to make us hate anyone.
No,
in this.
No, there wasn't a real antagonist that other than the fact that he was out to get Bourne as he remembered Bourne, which was a killing machine, not the new woken up woke Bourne that wanted to be on his own team.
Bourne.
Agreed. Good. Steven Seagal running for a particularly poor showing of athletic prowess in the Bourne Identity. Whitey, did anything happen that was a bit shit? Bit of crazy arms?
As much as I loved the Paris apartment fight, he's very robotic. That guy sort of is very stiff armed. A lot of his movements were very stiff. He's sort of a bit Terminator-ish.
So his opponent.
Yeah, his opponent. Yeah, I just found him to be a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit rigid.
I think that was all deliberate. Yeah,
I'm sure it was part of his shtick, but other than that, I don't think so.
No, nothing really stood out to me.
Suicide. That assassin basically committed suicide.
He's got to take his secrets to the grave.
Yeah, okay. You'd think if you had
live to fight another day.
Yeah, you had the opportunity to get.
He was going to die though. He was going to.
They were going
to try and get the information out of him. So
okay.
All right. Robot sentries for an additional scene or scenes. Was there anything about the world, the universe of Jason Bourne's that you wanted to know more about, Whitey?
Nah.
No, I think you nailed it previously when you said we found out things as Jason Bourne found out things. There wasn't any dramatic irony. There wasn't anything that we needed to know as an audience that I didn't know. I think you're right. I think it was great.
Yep.
Paced well and respected it as an audience. Well done, Dougie Liman. Finally, what is Brad Pitt for what you'd want to do to Pancake Face Styles or
Shiza?
Whitey, not much to choose from. If you weren't going for the same sex, what's your choice?
Oh no, you're going Marie. You have to go Marie. She's German. She'd be adventurous.
I should be adventurous. Yeah.
I only know one German woman that's not, and I think the rest of them are pretty up for it. I love it.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. Well done. That was quick fire.
Well done. No Snorbs report tonight with Damo being off.
Boo. Can we still do the Snobs report? Snobs report.
Listen to this. Will, anything?
Yeah, sure. So the director wanted him to, basically gave him direction, like how he walks around. He was very intentional with his walking everywhere. He said he wanted to represent or to emulate someone like Dan, who is a boxer.
Wow.
Yeah, with that kind of like fierce intention,
That's right.
like walking to the ring. It's kind of had that thing. That was a little tidbit. What else? The Liman wanted the camera operator to be late moving the camera, adding an edge to the photography or to the
right, yeah.
So he didn't let him watch rehearsal. That way he wouldn't know what character spoke next. So there was that slight little delay in dialogue, as he was playing catch up in real time. I'll give you one more, so I don't give away all the others. I'm sure you've read the same trivia list. But Matt Damon climbed down the last 30 feet of that building himself without a stunt double. He did it all himself. He called it the most grueling thing I ever had to do. Yep. So there, I looked at that and I was like, how's he going to climb down from this spot? And then as he started, I was like, oh, I suppose you could.
Yeah.
There are some sort of little finger holds in there.
It was a very well-designed building for him to climb down.
It was.
Yeah.
They must have picked it up.
Finger and hand holds. Yeah. And we'll use that building.
Yeah, that one right there. But that stretch off the old, the old fire.
Oh, yeah,
escape,
that was fucking
that would have been a little.
That was hairy.
Made you pucker up a bit, eh?
Yeah, I was puckering just watching.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you got?
Oh, we talked about Julia Stiles being a bit of a strange casting, but what about Clive Owen? So he's in it as the professor, and he's a very well-known star at this time. So he has this blink and you'll miss part in the Bourne Identity. He has roughly 3 minutes of screen time, and he doesn't utter a word until the 85th minute of the film. It is perplexing, to say the least, and it doesn't really have any explanation in any of the notes. But yeah, what a strange bit of casting, because he would have been paid hoops of freight for those 3 minutes. So I think, as Will suggested, perhaps some of his scenes ended up on the cutting room floor. There was a lot of...
How big a star is he in 2002?
Oh, look, I think he's a name for sure. Yeah, I think that he's, far bigger than what that part provides, because he's kind of the final boss. You would expect that he would have a little bit more, because you think about the other final boss that they have, I can't think of the actor's name, but he's the one that kills Chris Cooper in the end. They kind of set him up in a similar style, in that those two could be Bourne's ultimate last boss level fight, and both of them Bourne dispatches very easy, or doesn't have to dispatch at all. So it was very weird, and I guess maybe that was part of it, to mess with us, and it was ingenious from the director. Who knows? But the other thing, we spoke about the fact that some other actors were interested, and Brad Pitt was one of them. Tom Cruise was actually considered for the role as well, as was Rusty Crowe, as we intuited. So it definitely wasn't Matt Damon's role from the start, but he did make it his own.
Yeah, definitely. The red bag that Bourne uses in the embassy, it's now owned by Adam Savage of Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It contains all the props that Jason pours onto the desk in the house. So the money and all the stuff that's in there.
Very cool.
That's a really
Did
cool
you notice
piece
there was a lot of Aussie freight in his little pouch?
Yeah.
Heaps of green goblins. You would have seen a few of those in your time, Will. Jeez.
Yeah, there's a few snotties in there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How good.
So
you do get an eye for it after a while in the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see them. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So in the book by Robert Ludlum, the main bad guy is Ilich Ramirez Sanchez of Venezuela, better known as Carlos the Jackal.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the real Carlos, he was obviously committed 11 murders in the 70s and 80s, primarily in France, and was still at large when the novel came out.
Yeah.
But he was captured in the Sudan in 94, expedited to France, where he's sentenced to life in prison. Carlos the Jackal.
What did you think of the Jackal, the movie?
Bruce Willis.
The Bruce Willis one.
It's pretty tragic, but it's got when Jack Black gets blown to.
Gets his arm shot off.
Best scene ever.
It's one of the best scenes in cinema.
Oh God, there he is.
Yeah, because you want him to be shot. He's that annoying.
He takes his arm straight off.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
so good. Well done, gents. That'll do for that. Quotables. It's not really eminently quotable.
Nah.
Anyone got anything?
Nah.
Dan, anything?
No, I like his spiel in the Roadhouse. That makes me giggle every time.
Yeah, that is good.
I think of him copping me
talking about
behind,
you.
But yes, yeah.
All right, okay. So here are the last lines of the movie. I think they're good. This your store? Yeah, it's nice. A little hard to find, but I think I could rent a scooter. Do you have ID? Not really. But that was a good end. And then it's
and then the needle drop, the Moby needle drop, which again
another dating thing.
Anchors it. Absolutely.
It's like he would have been the biggest thing in the world.
He was massive in 2002.
Moby was massive.
That song is a thread all the way through the trilogy.
Yeah, and it's always great when he drops it too. I saw maybe at Splendor in the Grass. It must have been 2003 or 4, and yeah, he was massive at the time.
Yeah,
he was massive. He had a few songs at my wedding, Moby.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Film school for fwits. Daniel, take it away.
Yes, fwits, a quick one tonight, but we mentioned that this was directed by Mr. Doug Liman, who has had an eclectic and interesting career as a director, but the screenwriter was a man by the name of Mr. Tony Gilroy. And I don't know if you have come across him or clocked his name previously, but it was pretty funny with this one in that he didn't actually read the source material when he was tasked by Doug Liman to write the script. He said, just write me the outline and I'll fill in the blanks. So he managed to create this this piece for Jason Bourne with not having bothered with Robert Ludlum's source material, which I thought was pretty funny. But he's actually had a sneaky, massive career in Hollywood. And why I had noticed him was I've recently finished the Star Wars TV series Andor on the line on Disney. And Whitey bugged me for years to actually get off my ass and watch that. It was outstandingly good. And Whitey sometimes has his moments when he can tip you into something. So fwits, you heard it from Whitey and you probably didn't do it. Now you're hearing it from me. Check out Andor. It is not just for Star Wars geeks. Like when Whitey described the Penguin as the Sopranos for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this is very similar. This has very, very little, very little tie into the Star Wars universe, and more about, I guess, heightened realism of what it was like to be living in that time when the Empire was starting to show its talons and maybe show its true intentions for the universe. I'm not giving it enough of a rap, but check it out. Andor, series 1 and 2 are both great. But back to Tony Gilroy. So if you look at, he's a very prodigious film screenwriter and director, and also TV screenwriter. So some of the films that you may have come across. So right back into 1995 with Dolores Claiborne. Do you remember that one, Whitey?
Stephen King adaptation?
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Obviously,
it's good. It's really good.
Yeah. I was going to say it's one of the better Stephen King adaptations. So it can be very hit and miss. There are some obviously outstanding ones. I think that it's not outstanding, but it's definitely worth a look. Extreme Measures, also not too bad. But 1997, The Devil's Advocate, which I have a sneaky love for, and may even be what was that podcast we did way back when we said all the shit movies that we secretly like?
Oh yeah, Guilty Pleasures.
Guilty Pleasures. I may even put The Devil's Advocate into Guilty Pleasures. Completely over the top and a ridiculous performance by Al Pacino, but I really like it. And I think if you haven't seen it for a while, go back and check it out. Very interesting. And he was the screenwriter of that one. He was one of 5 credited writers on Armageddon, which, again, enjoyable flick. Have we done that on this?
No, it's coming this year.
Yeah, I think it should. It's I haven't seen it for a while. I fear that it would have dated fairly horrifically. But at the time, very entertaining. And, one of those was him.
What happened to Liv Tyler?
Liv. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Stephen's daughter in the as side deck Affleck's love interest in the flick. Interestingly, she had to film all of the Suki Lala scenes on her first day on set. So the way that they shoot them, obviously out of order, she was holding onto the screen and crying about the fact that her dad just died, and she thought that her sidekick lover Ben Affleck had just died. That was her first bit of acting on the screen, which I always find very interesting and must be hard to do for those crazy weirdo actors. So there you go. Back to Tony Gilroy, went on to do all of the Bourne trilogy, Identity, Supremacy, Ultimatum, and then actually wrote and directed Michael Clayton, which again, if you haven't seen that, that's a George Clooney bit. Excellent. Tilda.
Oh, Tilda.
Yeah. Really unheralded flick, but amazing. And he directed that, and I think it's well worth a look. But came back and did the Bourne Legacy, Nightcrawler, which is also a really good flick. Did that back in 2014. But then he he got into his Star Wars underpants and wrote Rogue One, which I think Whitey and I agree. And Will, don't know about your thoughts if you're mad enough a fan to have a thought, but Rogue One is probably my favorite outside of the original trilogy of the Star Wars flicks. Whitey, is that you kind of oscillate between that and the third of the first?
No, I think for me it's Star Wars, Empire, Rogue One, Episode 3. That's my top
Star
4.
Wars, Empire, Rogue One. Yeah, a Jedi. Yeah, I think that's me. That's me as well. Yeah.
I think that's probably excellent. That's the way and Star Wars and Empire are photo finish.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're never going to get knocked off their perch, are they? As far as
it makes me laugh when people do their lists and they don't have those two at the top. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Get a life.
Yeah. Moving on, also uncredited writer of Enemy of the State, which is through the quirks of the Screenwriters Association, didn't get a credit on that, but is known to have been at least a majority part writer of that one. Red Dawn, the 2012 version, he did some rewrites on that one. The 2014 Godzilla flick, he was involved in that, so probably don't need to harp on that too much. But then back to television, he did 26 episodes of the House of Cards Netflix series that was before Spacey got cancelled, where he was a producer on that. So very storied in and around some high quality television, and then into Andor. So I thought it was really interesting that his name I hadn't really clocked until I watched Andor, where he pops up every episode. And taking a little review, he's had a sneaky amazing career that might be on parallel with some of the other directors that we harp on about here. So, yeah, what are your thoughts, Whitey, Mr. Tony Gilroy?
Incredible. The Andor series is fucking amazing television.
Yeah. No, I really
when something surpasses the IP that it's in. So, like, that could be, it's like and you're going to hate this analogy, right? But it's like The Dark Knight. So The Dark Knight could be Heat. The Dark Knight is a superhero's Heat, where it's a crime drama. And that's when you look at Andor, it's a political spy espionage thriller. Yeah, that's what Andor is. And I think that the way that second season feeds into Rogue One, that last half a dozen episodes of season 2 of Andor, fucking just incredible TV.
Crazy.
So
yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because it's really, really good.
Oh, thoroughly enjoyed it. So much so that it has ruined my other series watching at the moment. I'm finding it very difficult to lock into anything other than The Pit, which I really enjoy, but it's weekly, which is pissing me off. But that's a really interesting, good medicine procedural. But yeah, Andor's really ruined it for me because I can't find anything else that I like. I started watching Small Profits, a British comedy dramedy by Mackenzie Crook that has just come out, because I liked The Detectorist.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So I like that really slow British humor, and he's got a new one out that's got a bit of supernatural element to it. It's really, you're just like, what the fuck am I watching? So check that out as well, fwits, if you like. But Tony Gilroy, go back over his filmography, check out his TV shows, and I think you could do worse than checking that out, especially Michael Clayton. Go and watch that, fwits, if you have a spare couple of hours. Film school for fwits.
Wow.
Well done. I'll tell you what I've been watching. I've started watching, just came out this week, Scarpetta, which is the Patricia Cornwell, the novelist. It's her major protagonist, Dr. Kay Scarpetta, who is the medical examiner and chief medical examiner. And Nicole Kidman's in it. She plays Scarpetta. Jamie Lee Curtis is her sister. It's got an incredible cast.
Yeah.
And it's on 3 or 4 episodes in. It's really good. So it's told in 2 timelines, where it's Kidman in her first run as chief medical examiner as a young woman who's like 25, 30. And she then comes back as the older woman, as we now see Nicole Kidman now. She's come back into the same job, and she's actually solving a murder that sort of goes all the way back to her first case. It's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
Close a few loops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
nice.
I get really intimidated by those very well-known mainstream thriller writers because they're so prolific. I like to read, but I never know where to pick up a book because it's like part 7 of the 12 series, and I never know. So I often, probably to my own detriment, just overlook those guys like Cromwell, like probably Ludlam, like Michael Connolly, like Michael Robotham. That only because they've just, if I go into a bookstore, I just see so many of them, I'm overwhelmed. But it's probably worth going back and checking them out.
Yeah, well, I've read a couple of the Patricia Cromwell ones many years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a good series. It's worth a watch.
Nice.
Scarpetta. It's on Prime.
Good,
okay, well done, Dan. Kick-ass credit song. And
thank God it's not me this week.
It's not Dan.
Every time, Will. Jesus.
How far away are we from getting Will to do a kick-ass credit song?
I reckon he was on for tonight. Mate, he's a bloody muso. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him.
The next time you're on, Will, you're doing a kick-ass. And just look at this. The only thing you've got to hold up to is that...
Just tell me what key we're in, Will. You just call me and we can jam a bit and get it going, all right? So
we're going to strut, or is that just a little
I'll get the guitar. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about that. I don't need a tuner. I don't.
Gee, man. But the only thing...
Bring a little Casio in, mate. Just like a little synth.
Now, the scary
could be
thing...
anything.
The scary thing for you, Will, is that Damo's first foray into kick-ass credit was Particular Set of Schools.
Oh, it was too.
Yeah.
That's
so
memorable, that one.
It's a good one. It's actually on Particular Set of Skills. Is the lead track to Kick-Ass Credit Volume 2, which is live on Spotify now.
Wow.
Oh, check it out. I've got a couple of tracks on there, which I was surprised by.
You got a couple of tracks. You got John McClane Back Again. You got Missionaries Number 1. You've also got Young Eddie from Boogie Nights. You've got 3 tracks.
There we go. 3. Oh, God. Prolific.
You are.
Amazing.
Anyway, it's called Killer for Hire. And I have no idea what the
melody is. I love it.
Yeah. But anyway, here we go. 2 bullets in the back. I'm floating away. Mission kill one bossy, but it's Treadstone who will pay. Who am I? I don't know my name, but I'll knock you out just the same. No past, no face, no identity. I'm a killer for hire, apparently. 10 grand to Marie in a mini moke. People try to kill us, but there's time for a poke. Gonna kill a few to find my ID. Can't remember my name, but don't fuck with me. Jason Bourne or John Michael Caine. 2 bullets in my back, and I don't know my name. No past, no face, no identity. I'm a killer for hire, apparently. I'm a man with no name, with no reason to live. When you work for Treadstone, look at what they make you give. Jason Bourne or John Michael Caine. 2 bullets in my back, and I don't know my name. No past, no face, no identity. I'm a killer for hire, apparently.
That is going to translate I think the Hirschfelder and the house band are going to have a great time with that. That may lead out Volume 3.
I think they will, but
you did telegraph your moke and poke rhyme. I saw that coming a mile off.
Of course. Yeah. Oh, look, I'm nothing but predictable.
Yeah.
I'm nothing but predictable.
Well done.
Okay, thank you.
I look forward to see what the house band does.
Yeah, Hirschfelder. He'll do something good. Star of the show, Wilbur.
Oh, star of the show. Look, it's got to be Damon. Yeah.
It's hard not to go with Damon, is it?
Yeah.
Daniel?
Damon.
I'm going to give it to Doug Liman because it was very early in his career. They gave him a bucket load of cash. He fought a lot with the studio. There were a lot of re-edits, but what he was able to produce, I think you are extremely right, Whitey, drove a lot of what we see in Bond and a lot of the films today and probably changed how we view action on screen. Well done, Dougie Liman and your mate, Tony Gilroy.
Yep, well done. I'm going with Matt Damon. I think he's great. The Rank Bank. Got a few here, and, always love a bit of feedback. Treadstones, Amnesiac Spies, Red Mini Mokes, French words for stakeouts, Bic Pen Shivs, or Shizers. Thoughts? Got anything you want to add?
Japanese wetsuit rubber.
I like the scene where he preps her to go into the bank, and it's like this ridiculously over the top way to extract the information, and she just asked the dude.
Yeah, she just
so this. Yeah, I just asked him.
Excellent. Okay, so let's put that into there. So, you know, huge elaborate way to get stuff. Ask the dudes. Massive over plannings.
Yeah.
Massive over plannings.
Over-engineered plans.
Over-engineered plans.
Yeah.
Are we going to get that?
No, that's the best bit.
Okay, let's do it. Over-engineered plans.
Yeah, nothing's coming to mind otherwise.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Over-engineered plans. Okay, Wilbur, how many over-engineered plans are you giving the Bourne Identity on your first watch?
4.15.
Wow.
Oh, he liked it, the young fella.
I liked
that. Yeah.
He's given me a run of pretty shit movies, Dan.
Yeah, this is true. You are the dumping ground for his comedy. Yeah.
Not true. What was the last one we did actually? That was good besides this one.
I can tell you. Hang on. You did Hard to Kill.
Yeah. That was pretty bad. That was the last one.
Before that, you did Back to the Future too.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
The one before that, though, I'm still dirty about, man.
Code of Silence.
No, it was one that you made me watch. We never even did the
8mm.
8mm. Oh my gosh, that was such
that's
a
right. I had to pull out of that.
We're going to do 8mm.
We're not, are we?
Yeah, we're going to do 8mm.
All right, it's not in vain.
That's all.
Yeah, you'll be back for that. Don't worry, you'll be back for that. Dan, how many over-engineered plans do you give the Bourne Identity?
Will threw me with that outstanding score, but I'm going to stay firm. I'm at 3.5 for this one. I didn't. I wasn't jazzing my pantaloons like I would if Perps was on the other end of the line talking in my ear, but I did enjoy the flick. So 3.5 for me.
Yeah, okay. I sit in between you guys. 3.75 over-engineered plans. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not sure it's probably my favourite Bourne. I think Ultimatum's pretty good.
Okay.
As well. But yeah, 3.75. Now, where does that put it? My gosh. Let me just go up here. Mix.
63rd.
How many have we done overall?
208 is tonight, I think.
I reckon we're sitting at about 135.
Okay. So with 3.80 over-engineered plans, it puts the Bourne Identity into position number 99.
Oh.
So we are in 98th position, actually, the Bourne Identity. Now, we're in pretty good company here. 3.81 hickeys from Kaniki. Greece.
Yeah, Greece.
3.81 strong sides.
Call the Titans. Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans. Now, just above 3.75 sandwich slaps.
Oh.
Vacation.
Chevy.
Yeah. And there's another few there. Grabthars, hammers, son of bitch shits.
Stripes.
Oh, my God.
So good.
Son of bitch shits. My God. Fucking Stripes. That'll do me.
So good.
That's why we do this, because you forget and then you just laugh at stuff.
Now, there was you were talking to me through the week about there might be an app or something about to launch where people can check out the rank bank.
Yeah, we're looking at developing an app, Born to Watch app now, and having the rank bank there so you can see where everything sits and what everything ranks at. But that's it, boys. Good job. In at 98th spot, the Bourne Identity. It's in the top half in the rank bank. Wilbur, amazing job. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
It's always good having you on board, and you save the day whenever we.
And I think, next up, we need a kick-ass credit song from Wilbur, and I'll be happy to get involved. Just send me the charts.
Okay.
Wow, that'll be good. He looks nervous already.
Yeah, I do. That'd be good. The nerves will just drive a better performance at the end of the day.
It does. It does.
You may be the first person on here to actually use the melody that the song was written in when phrasing it on the line, because we just tend to drift back into our one
melody.
one phrase. Yeah, one melody.
Yeah.
But but then for me, it's just about it's the message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm the lyricist, and I give it to other people. That's why Hirschfelder does such a good job.
That's right.
And I think with all of us, we're full of lyrics, just not full of rhythm.
No, we're definitely more Torpin than John.
Yeah, correct. Dan, well done. Good to have you on.
Great to be here.
See week,
you guys very soon.
Next week for your homework, we are going back, and this may fall into the short, sharp, and shithouse section of Blue to Watch.
Excellent.
He possessed great skill.
American Ninja.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So good.
I've threatened to come back for this one. I know I break my 2 in a row rule, but yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what Michael Dudikoff looks like in 2026.
I used to watch this one as a kid.
Oh, your old boy would have loved this.
6 years old. Yeah.
Mate, I don't think I've seen American Ninja for 36 years.
Yeah,
80, yeah. I reckon 88
I
was the last time we
it
watched
would be
it.
astounding how bad it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awful. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
Dudikov's a good looking man.
Yeah.
He's a good looking rooster.
And there's a couple other guys that pop up in the cast that you'll go, oh, that guy. Oh, I forgot he was in it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's nothing better than ripping the arsehole out of movies that we enjoyed as kids.
It's good old hate watch.
It's exactly. It's been fun, boys. Appreciate it. People, do your homework. American Ninja. We'll forgive you if you don't watch it, but do not miss this episode. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. Bye for now.
Sayonara. See you, Chuck.